Welcome aboard. We will be calling at the following principal station.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Travel Jack's Journeys. Now on today's show we are heading one stop up the line towards Hull. We are heading to Saltmarshe. It's only about 8-minute journey on the train, and it basically literally the other side of the swing bridge in Goole. So today's train plan, I'll explain it in a minute. We're going to catch the 16:31 Northern service to Hull, taking it one stop to Saltmarshe, due there at 16:35, and then we're on the 18:12 Northern service to Doncaster, taking that again one stop back to Goole. We're back into Goole for 6:20. Now I have been to Saltmarshe previously and it did rain and it was quite dark. I didn't film it, but what I'm going to do now, I'm going to flick over to the departure board, which is just behind me, to show the train we are catching to Saltmarshe, and I shall see you on the platform at Goole station. Here comes my train. 16:31 Northern service to Hull, taking it one stop to Saltmarshe. It is a 150. 205. So welcome to Saltmarshe, and when they do say mind the gap between the train and the platform edge, they do actually mean it, especially here at Saltmarshe, because the platform level is quite low here. Now 150 105 is heading off to Hull. We'll be seeing that at just after 6:05. But that's the time it leaves Hull. That's our train back to Goole. This is, I think it is a Leeds Street station. I'll explain the train service in a minute. I'm going to cross over to the other platform and I'll explain the train service. Then we're going to have a look at what's here in Saltmarshe, which is a long straight, because this is quite a busy section of track through here. Right, quick facilities update. There's no dot matrix. There is a litter bin down there. That's a nod to Jeff Marshall. This is where the timetables would be. Except we're doing this during the coronavirus pandemic, hence why they're not actually printing any timetables at the moment, but they are there. Now I do know there is a ticket machine, it's on the other platform there. But yeah, this is Saltmarshe, long straight. Not the Leeds Street station in East Yorkshire, I know where that is. Oh, it's got a ramp there. This must be a new addition. I presume this is the old station cottage, because there is a sign that says that. I don't know how many trains are expected now, but there's quite a few due. Right, as you can see, I've crossed over onto the other platform. They call this platform 2, except I call this the Doncaster bound platform. As I said, there is a ticket machine here. It's card only, except if you want to pay by cash, you just get a permit to travel ticket. And then you can pay by cash on the train. Now the guard did actually tell me on the train that I just got off, very rare to have passengers getting off at Saltmarshe. Yeah, I was surprised someone actually got on. What we'll do, I'll wait for the next train to pass through, which we've got a couple coming through the area in the next few minutes. One's a Scarborough, the other's a Sheffield, then I'll explain the train service. But that's the onward travel. Obviously this is where your timetables would be, but I'll explain the service once these trains have passed through Saltmarshe. This should be in a couple of minutes. Right, we've got a couple of trains just about to pass. One's going to Sheffield via Doncaster, the other is going to Scarborough via Hull. And I think they are passing here roughly about the same time. I can just see the Sheffield train just down there. I know the Scarborough's in the area. So that was the Sheffield service, so now we just wait for the Scarborough to pass through, which is obviously running late because they've just put the barriers up. RTT said that they were due to pass at the same time, but clearly not. Here comes the Scarborough service, only running a couple of minutes late. Real-time train said they were going to pass here at the same time, but no, they didn't. Right, now those trains have passed, I'm going to explain the train service here at Saltmarshe. Quite an interesting service actually. Now, there are 6 trains a day towards Hull. They leave here at 6:44, 07:37, which is the ones I sometimes catch, 16:36, which is the train I've just jumped off, and you've got one at 19:56, sorry, 21:55 and 22:48. Going the other way towards Doncaster, you've got 5:42, 6:23, 9:23, 11:23, 15:21, 17:23 and 18:12. 18:12 is the last train to stop going towards Doncaster. That's the train we're catching back. So 6 trains to Hull, 7 to Doncaster. Now, it's called Saltmarshe, but the nearest village is actually a village called Lexton. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's a mile. I don't know whereabouts that is. And there is a hole. It's called Saltmarshe Hole. That is grade 2 listed. So we might go and see if we can find that. So now we're going to have a walk into Saltmarshe village itself. I don't think there's much here at Saltmarshe actually, but not too bad actually here at Saltmarshe. So we're in a field heading down to the village, so I don't know how far we'll get down, but there's the station at Saltmarshe, just over there. I don't know if you can really see me, but here it's just turned 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We're in a field. This is actually the road that goes into Saltmarshe village. But the train station is there, just there. Just there where they, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so quite quiet actually. I was surprised to see a passenger going on actually. I don't know how long it takes to walk into Saltmarshe village itself. I don't know how far I'll go. Probably when it turns a bit late I'll turn back because I don't particularly want to miss that train. Otherwise it's a 2.5 hour walk. And I don't know how far the River Ouse is from here as well. But this is what Saltmarshe is like. Very nice actually, that's alright actually. Obviously if you do come here just watch out for the train times, and obviously there's no shops here and there's no toilets, so if you do want to pop to the loo, make sure you go on the train before you get off. So this is Saltmarshe itself. Right, I've made it to the village, which is just over in that direction. And now it's taken, what's the math on, half hour to walk. I'm not going to go any further because it's going to take me half an hour to get back to the station. But yeah, just down there is the village of Saltmarshe. So the answer to your question is, how far is the village of Saltmarshe from the station? About 40-minute walk. And now I've got to walk 40 minutes back to the station. Because obviously if I miss this train, it's a long walk home, ain't it? We should make it back to the station. Alright, then I shall see you all back at Saltmarshe station. I believe it's the same train we've got this earlier. Right, it's 5:20. We're still at Saltmarshe. Now hopefully if I've timed this right, I should be able to get a shot of the second to last train to stop at Saltmarshe heading towards Doncaster at 17:23, because I'm in that field and the station's over that way. Hoping I've done it right. There used to be a bit of action, but I can't quite. It's 17:23. I can't see it on the platform. So I'm guessing it's really a couple of minutes late, but we will get a shot of it, because as I said, it's been that distance over that way. In fact, I think I can hear it. I don't know actually, because the thing is with the sound, it travels around here. So we're going to shove the next train leaving from where I'm on this road that leads into Saltmarshe village. I can see the train. So that train was the 17:23. I was only about 3 minutes late. I mean, that's a 158, so I should have that 150 coming back. I'll head up to the station. Hopefully I might get some 170s passing through, but you never know. So see you back at the station. Made it back to Saltmarshe station, well, the road actually. That way takes you to Saltmarshe village, which is about a mile away, and the other one actually takes you to the nearest village. Now we've got about half an hour before our train back to Goole, which is the last train towards Doncaster that stop. All the rest of them go straight through. Some nice gardens around here. But yeah, we've got a couple of trains passing through now, so we'll watch them. Then by the time they've been through, our train to Goole shouldn't be that far behind. So I shall see you all, well, on the platform itself, so I'm going to film the 170s because they are 170s coming through. Well, that's the plan. Here comes a 170. This is going to Sheffield. Oh yeah, Doncaster. I think this is the 17:54 off Goole. Next up should be a 170 heading up to Scarborough via Hull. This is the last train we'll be watching here at Saltmarshe. That's all the trains we are going to see pass through Saltmarshe. Now, train services that pass through here are basically 2 an hour. One runs from Sheffield to Scarborough, and the other runs from Hull to Doncaster. They all pass through here. The next link you will see will be the 150 arriving here into Saltmarshe, which should be here in a couple of minutes' time. It's been not bad up here for an hour and a bit. Nice to get out and have a nice afternoon. But yeah, so it's Saltmarshe. If you want to come, it's quite a nice spot to watch some trains. The only problem is there are no stand clear announcements, so you do have to keep your wits about on you. But the main thing is you got the level crossing here, so that will tell you if there's a train coming as well. So next link coming up very soon. will be the 150 arriving in. Now before I go, if you look that way, that's the line heading up to Gilberdike, and there's a junction at Gilberdike which takes you to Hull. Behind me is the line that will take you down to Doncaster. Level crossing's gone down. Train should be coming very soon now. Let's board the train as it arrives. Let's board the train. Should be 150-205 if I've done it right. And the train's got the signal as well, so it should be here very soon. Here comes my train, 150-205.
When boarding the train, please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
Right, I'm back at my local, well, I'm just going over the docks now. It's time to end this episode of Travel Jack's Journeys. Now today was just a short journey up to Saltmarshe. Basically I thought it'd be a nice spot to go for a nice little run. Now on the timetable it's scheduled to take 8 minutes between the two stops. If you look at the camera footage it's taken 6 minutes. So I think they give it a bit of extra time just in case of any delays, which is a good idea actually. Now we had 1:52.05 both ways. Quite a nice run actually. To be honest, I've had 1:52.05 fairly recently when this was filmed actually. I had it on a York. I did it from Goole to Gilbert. Funny if we stopped at Saltmarshe as well actually. That's that. Yeah, Saltmarshe itself is a nice place, whatever you want to call it. If you do wish to go for Saltmarshe, please mind the gap, because as you saw on the camera footage, very high. So I don't know, but I'll definitely go back to Saltmarshe again. Obviously don't do Saltmarshe in the rain because you know about it and you've got no protection from the elements. That's it from me. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Details are coming up next. What's the next journey? I don't know, to be honest, because all this lot is being filmed in different order to what's actually being shown. So until the next show, I shall see you for another Travel Jack's Journeys very soon. Bye for now. Click here to subscribe to Travel Jack's Journeys, and to watch the previous episode of Travel Jack's Journeys, click here.